Morning, everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today we have a session on digital forensic investigation. Myself, Nikhil Mahadeshwar. I am founder of Cybersecure India. And first of all, thank you everyone for attending today's session and all the previous sessions also. Uh, it is a really nice journey with you all, and it is really great. Everyone is giving us a lot of feedbacks uh, from whatever they have learned and whatever they'll be basically doing with Cybersecure India also. The guide journey. So it is a really great pleasure to have you all here onboarded. Starting with today's topic, basically, so in digital forensic investigation, I'll just give a basic introduction about myself. We have worked a lot with law enforcement agencies about handling a lot of cases. We have worked with corporates investigating data breach cases, investigating we can say cases which are email theft or data theft type of cases, investigating different type of crime scenarios, may it be related to cyber or may it be any other crime scenarios. And today we are going to discuss about some case studies and some real life tips and techniques which we use while investigating the cases. I hope my voice is clear and audible to everyone. Just if someone can tell me into the chat, that also works. And I can still see message in Telegram that people are not able to view things on YouTube, but I can see it is live on YouTube and there are people watching. So just if you are not able to see there, just refresh once. Okay, okay. Kiran says yes, I am audible. Okay. Thank you, Kiran. All right. Today we are going to discuss some live case scenarios, basically. regarding digital forensic investigation, which we are basically working on the different type of cases as of now. So first of all, let us understand where did it started from. So if you see the rise of internet users, for example, if you observe few years back, we all were using in India at least 1 GB of data per month as a mobile data. And anyone here has used that 1 GB of data per month here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, Anubhav says yes. Okay. And then what we used to do is we used to turn off our mobile data once we are done with using this internet for any reasons. So why we used to do that? Our data should not get consumed, and there should not be a requirement of additional recharge for that. Right? So that is the reason we used to do it. Now what has happened? The transformation from 1 GB per month to 1 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, and anytime like unlimited type of things are there. Okay, Parth also says because that time data was very costly. Yes, absolutely. Data was also costly. That is also the thing. But what has changed into this transformation of 1 GB per month to per day is consumption. Now people are consuming the services over internet from education purpose, from we can say entertainment purpose, and for work from home is there, for purchasing online things. So there is a basic rule of crime where we can say that wherever there is a crowd, wherever there are more people in a crowd, there's a high possibility of any type of crime getting committed there. And in the online world, that is also a fact that yes, we are moving towards digital India, but what about digital secure India? That still remains a question. And we all are here at Cyber Secure India trying to address that question. Then what about digital cyber secure India? Or or digital secure India? That is something a problem statement we all are trying to solve by some or the other ways. So the consumption, when it got increased, the number of users which were on YouTube or the number of users which were on OTT platform got increased drastically, and then the number of users who were doing online transaction prior, it was only with the shopkeeper. Now a vegetable vendor or any type of person who is selling locally anything and not does not have a registered shop or something can also accept the payment, including your milkman and everything. So UPI is a very big transition. So this happened basically from 1 month per GB to 1 day per GB. And when this thing started basically happening, the consumption started happening at the entertainment side, at the we can say at the entertainment side, and then the e-commerce side, then education side, online learning came into picture, and then also work from home scenario started. So the number of cybercrime cases also started increased because online transactions are increased, online other surfing has been increased, and because of this unlimited data, we are availing more and more offers and whatnot, so that they are making sure you are staying over internet even when it is not needed. So let us talk about the crime scenario here. So whenever anybody is purchasing something or selling something, that person may be using that application, but does not has the complete detailed knowledge of how to use it safely. So that is where the cyber hygiene should have been we can say introduced, and it should be like implemented by the user before using it. So that is a really important aspect here. If we say why is the rise in the cybercrime ratio in our country or in anywhere is because majorly lack of awareness. However, you put the technology, however, you put some firewalls, some endpoint protection, some hardening solutions, and everything. But unless you make the user aware, that is where Cybersecurity India is also working in all the aspects, making creating experts like you, and the other part is creating awareness for senior citizens, law enforcement, laymen, corporates, and everyone there. So we need to understand this was the reason of the, we can say, one of the reason of cybercrime getting hyped or spiked. We can say at the ratio because of the number of users increased on multiple platforms. Now let us understand who are the targets of any type of cybercrime, and then let us move to the digital investigation or tools which we use basically. So while we were dealing with a lot of cases, we have seen cases where crime against women, uh, crime against cybercrime against students, working professionals, business persons, companies, non-profit organizations, trusts, clubs, everything. What type of crimes basically are happening in this scenario is there are job scams which are happening. There are cases like sextortion which are happening. Mobile hacking things are happening. Then loan app scams are happening. Electricity scams are happening. Phishing, spoofing, crypto scams, matrimony scams. Things are all these things are basically committed as a crime. Then at the organizational level, there are data breach cases. Then there are ransomware attacks. There are identity theft scams. Tampering of data is done at the organizational level. Their servers are being hacked. Intellectual property related crime. So if there is something which you have created, and if you are basically the owner of it, so that IPR is at all like that, that evidence is or that specific files are being taken away. Banking related crime. So bank itself as a we can say target attack for the hackers or the attackers. But if you see, I'll take you through the if I see, okay, individually what type of crimes, as I told you, okay, then are job scams. So when I say there are job scams, uh, so if I categorize this all the type of cyber crimes into four major category. So the first category is need. I want a job. I want a loan. I'm in need of something, and that is the reason what happens is you online order something online, and or you apply for a loan or you apply for a job, and there are crimes which are happening. So the first category is need. Second is greed. So when we say about greed, so I won a lottery, or the other aspect of greed here is we can say I'm receiving a gift. Uh, so this is also a greed or crypto scams. I'll get my money doubled. So that is also it is happening. Then the third one is lust, sextortion type of scams. Someone sexting or sextortion, like calling you on a nude call, or like typing or chatting with you in a sexual type of manner, seducing manner. So that category comes under lust. And the fourth one is threat. They threaten you. Your electricity will be disconnected. Your credit card will be blocked. Your ATM will be blocked if you don't click here, or if you don't give us the specific data. So if you see any type of cybercrime, it goes into these four categories as of our knowledge or our categorization, which we have done. What type of scams can happen? For example, I'll give you examples of need-based scams. That is, let's say, job scam. So, how do we investigate a job scam? That is also I'll share with you an experience. So, in type of job scams, we were working on a case where a girl has lodged a complaint regarding that she is a victim of a job scam. So she applied online on a website. She got a call from that website, and when she got call from that website regarding submitting the documents and everything, so she did that. After that, someone said, "Okay, pay a registration fee that is of some 10,000 rupees." Then that girl paid that 10,000 rupees also. Then they asked to pay some more fees also for continuing, we can say, the registration and everything. So then whatever that more amount was, it may be 5,000, 10,000. She kept on paying it. Now, by doing this, what happened is she basically was keeping just transferring money to the person who has promised to give a job. After few days, that amount went up to 1,50,000. The registration amount or processing amount, 10,000, 20,000, or 15,000 in parts. The total amount went up to 1,50,000. Now she went to the cops, and then basically how we took it over. That we have seen there are more than 200 email communications. And when we say there are 200 email communications, you may imagine like there's a lot of data to be investigated. So we first of all went and we saw the website, who is and everything. And from the email where she has received, for example, email, we extracted the email header. So I'll share my screen and I'll show you how you can extract a email header. Just let me open a email and then someone has to tell me if my screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if you go here, click here and click on show original, this is the header which you get. Okay. Now you can copy this header and download this original file. Why you have to download this original file? Because when you produce evidence, you basically you have to produce the original files. Okay. So you have to just so that is the reason you have to download the EML file. After that, you can just copy this all these headers and just a minute. The screen thing is okay. Go to websites like MX Toolbox and into the header analysis session sector, you can paste this header and just click analyze header. it will show you the IP address and everything, then the complete detailed header thing. So this is how basically we invest. This is one of the tool. Okay. Yes, Parth says uh, DMARC and DKIM policy, SPF policy for checking email validity. Yes, you can also check if that email is a phishing email or not. If SPF policies are applied or not, DMARC policies are applied or not. So that is also a check. Basically, you can go ahead and check. So go and research about SPF records. That is also important. So in this scenario, what we did, we investigated more than 200 emails. Then whatever the IP we received, we just copied that IP and we were checking if that IP is a proxy IP or a genuine IP. And within all these 200 emails, we received one email in which the IP was a original IP and not a proxy IP. So 100 and approximately 199 emails were with this proxy IP and one with the genuine original IP originating from some part of our country. And then police extracted the IP data records, that is IPDR. And there was a session dedicatedly how to extract IP data records and how to investigate them for only in law enforcement agencies back. So that is only for law enforcement agencies and not for general public. But that is how police has extracted the IP data records, and then we got the address because it was a broadband connection and everything from it. So that is really important. And what was the attacker doing? Attacker was at times also using, or we can say, the criminal was also using proxy chaining techniques. So when I say proxy chaining techniques, they basically keep on like changing their proxy servers, and even if you reach a IP, it is again tough to reach the originated IP. So that is the reason they were using it. And the time when we received this email without we can say any type of proxy and with the original IP. So at that time their proxy chaining server was dropped, or I don't know, their VPN connectivity was out. But we were basically evaluating each and every email, checking the headers, and then coming to a conclusion whether the IP is a proxy IP or not. But so when you are investigating a case, the very first rule is that you have to be very patient. You have to plan your investigation. Without planning your investigation, if you directly go ahead with the tools and techniques, it doesn't work. So planning is a really critical part of the investigation. That is what we all have to understand. So this was basically a job related case which we were discussing about. Then, as we discussed, there are crimes against individuals. So, and this was from the need category. Greed category also, we have a lot of cases where we can discuss. Let's say one of the crypto cases which we recently did. Like there was a person who was cheated for like approximately 17 to 18 lakhs of rupees, and then he was added to a random Telegram channel and or a group, the Telegram group, and then he was showed that the people are getting a lot of benefits out of some we can say investment. And I hope I can show you the report. Just let me check if I have it handy. Just give me a minute. Okay, I found a report. I'll share this. So this was a crypto scam case which we investigated, and there are a lot of interns also at times involved in the investigation, depending on the criticality of the case. There are empanel mentors, empanel speakers who are also present into the investigation of such cases. So there was a website, my11188.com, and it was actually giving some crypto deals and everything. So this poor guy, he got a part of this Instagram chat group, and then started looking at different type of we can say screenshot where people are saying, okay, I've invested this many dollars and I got my money doubled and everything. So when he lost his 17 lakh rupees, like he invested it, and then there are when he went to withdraw, it was shown that he has to pay some tax of 30% upfront. After that only, yeah, he'll be able to withdraw that money. So even he paid that 30% tax, but then also they were asking for some more money, and then some fake receipts were generated. So you all are aware about recon and all this type of things which you had session. So how to implement the overall knowledge? See, learning is one part, and then implementing that knowledge is really important. Okay, so here you can see like there are some who is records of that websites which we extracted. Then register and admin contract basically from the website. If you don't get website details, basically from one website you can go to another website. Okay, and our analysis is written here. What is the IP? What is the IP location? What is the domain status? So what are the changes done into the IP address? Hosting changes history, everything is mentioned, and what type of subdomains it is having. That is also important at times for investigating the things. So with the reference of cqcounter.net, so we can service. Okay. So yes, so the whatever are related services, that is also mentioned here. What is scam detector or scam advisor like services saying? So, what are the other people saying about this website on different websites or YouTube channels and everywhere? And these are again the screenshots of the same. So, the same person who is into this group was having some account into another group also, and were actually using some tools, found different type of accounts which are related to that specific user. And see, these are the screenshots again which we have inserted into it. Okay. So we got the mobile application through which they were doing the scam. So we reversed the mobile application. So mobile application reversing is a separate topic altogether, and we reversed the mobile application. And when we reversed the mobile application, we got some shell also, and we found there is some malicious piece of code also into the mobile application. And here basically we performed a social engineering attack. So we started contacting with that person over Telegram channel. So that attacker, or we can say that fraudster. So we said, okay, then transfer some more money and to get this amount withdrawn. So we created a link via IP logger. So this, if you can see the link yips.su, this is a fake link of a photo which says that the amount is transferred. So is this the same terms I'm asking? So that is something which we attached and we sent. Once we sent it, that attacker clicked on, or the fraudster clicked on it. So we got the IP address, date, and time, and the IP address belongs to where? Okay, the country. So you can see the ISP also we got, ISP domain, usage type, is it mobile or not, and is it proxy or not? No, IP was not a proxy IP. So this is how basically we create type of reports while investigating such cases. So this was under the category of, we can say, greed. Then there are a lot of different type of crimes which are targeted for like matrimony scams are there, or in sextortion type of crimes also. People do a nude video call and then they record the screen and then blackmail, keep blackmailing. So you can use this wonderful tool. I'll just share the screen again. Okay, let me know if it is visible. So this is one of the tool where you can create a link or a existing link also you can shorten, and it has a mobile app also, so you can use that. Okay, only use it for we can say ethical purposes. Don't use it unethically. So IP logger is a one of the most wonderful tool. That is what I can say for tracking things. And using IP logger, we have cracked a lot of sextortion cases or any type of matrimony cases where people see, these are all the tools. When you go, don't just so you can see, is really important here. Don't just go behind, okay, give me the list of tools, give me the softwares and everything. So a lot of students or participants go in that manner. Okay, yes, there are softwares, which software I can download, but how to use that in which case is really important here. Okay. Okay, so Deepak is asking a question: why they don't use VPN if they do scams? They use RDP proxy VPN. Yeah, yes, Deepak. So in some scenarios they use VPN, and in some scenarios they don't use VPN, because the people who are doing such type of scams are again intention doing it intentionally also, and at times unintentionally also. Because if you go and check the root of why that person committed the crime, at times it is only about revenge. At times it is a professionally committed crime targeting the victim, and getting the data extracted. So the reasons may be multiple, maybe personal, maybe professional, and depending on the technical knowledge of the fraudster, or we can say the criminal is using this type of things to do it. Yeah. At times, yes, they are using proxies and everything. At times, no. So I'll just I can share you that screenshot also, where we good question basically you have asked. Uh, I'll share you one case where there was a matrimony scam going on, and in the matrimony scam, we created this type of logger, and in the logger we got proxy IPs. But then again, that person who is a criminal is also a human being. He can also do mistakes. So we attached a payment slip, a photo of a payment slip, and then send it to the cyber criminal. And once that photo was sent, the cyber criminal started clicking on it. So because again the greed of, see if you can see my screen. So see if you can see like first the user clicked and we got this IP which belongs from Nigeria. Then we got again this IP after some time which belong from Nigeria. But when we checked, this were not the original IPs. And then when we also checked, like we waited that we kept that link live, and then you can see the same scenario after 2 hours or 2.5 hours, we got the original IPs of from India. All four are the same, and this you can see psychologically is clicking the criminal is clicking and he's not getting anything. So he's clicking again and again and again on the same link. So this also happens. I hope it answers your question, Deepak. Okay. So this was a matrimonial scam case where we investigated like the IP address of the fraudster. Then there are a lot of data breach cases also. So I can share you the report in organization type of data breach where that is also a published report, but without like with changing the name of organization and the other confidential details. Also, we have changed. So we investigated a SEBI based company, which is a stockbroking company also, where we investigated a data breach of more than 40,000 customers they had. Again, we cannot take the name of the company. And we investigated a lot of servers, routers, switches, systems, Active Directory, and then their web application, which was used for stock broking, their database and everything, their firewalls, and got to know that there were loopholes at every aspect here. So a lot of this compliance bodies, companies who come under compliance bodies as majorly the BFSI sector, the stockbroking sectors and everything, they don't follow the guidelines which are given by the compliance bodies, and that is where their problems can start. And there is that is what we also investigated. So our investigating approach went like basically we did that investigation for over a month because there were a lot of systems and everything was there. So after the data breach attack, we could not afford any more another attack. So we did vulnerability assessment and pen testing for the complete organization basically. And we found there were loopholes into the application level, into the system level, network level, and also the the attack which was performed due to which the data was breach of 40,000 customers, including their Aadhaar, PAN, and name and number and email, and there are a lot of other details also. Why it happened? Because there was a malicious agent which was setting into the system 6 months before the attack was performed, and was taking the data out. And when that attacker found a critical data, and this is the specific data which the attacker can email to the company and take a ransom amount so that the attacker will not disclose the data. So at that time only, the attacker basically use techniques and did this type of attack. So this is how basically a lot of attackers they come into your systems, and then uh, we can say that they come to your systems and then they sit and then they analyze the data completely. I'll just share that screen also. And this, I think, This was published in eForensic magazine also. Yes, yes, I have it. I can share the screen. Just a minute. Today, today the low connectivity area, so I'm facing issue in data transfer. So it is taking time. Just a minute. Okay. I just share the screen. It's open. So, so how did we handle the incident? What type of vulnerabilities we got into the application? So we got SQL injection was performed basically, and then further what we investigated the email IDs, usernames and passwords of some like members were already leaked over dark web. There was an attack which was done in the prior period also. Okay, I think someone's mic is unmuted. Please, you mute it. Okay, I did it. So when we say what in-depth analysis we did here, that is also mentioned. So the scope, when we say what type of tools were used, Google Docs were used, techniques were used, Kinetics, all these things were used in this case here, and we found that a lot of weakness like IPS, IDS were present, but was what not implemented, and then what are the remedies which we gave here to solve this type of case is also mentioned here. What type of CVs were available, that is also mentioned here clearly, and this is about data. So I can share this with you because it's already published into a magazine. That is something we can start. Okay. So there is a question into the chat box. Let us take that. In digital forensics, can we analyze or know which type of malware attack in our mobile device and how to start? Yes. So if you are having a mobile phone in which if you suspect that there is a malicious file, so that file may be of any extension. But if the file is executed and that file is, for example, taking the access of your contacts, call logs, SMS, and everything. So that may be a spyware. And when there is a spyware attack specifically, you can see that file's permission, whatever that permission they are taking of contacts, SMS, and everything, or call logs, or camera, or microphone. Rather than that, that application or that file, you can say APK, is into the stealth mode. That is the hidden mode. And when we say about stealth mode or hidden mode, that you'll not be able to see it into the other type of we can say application list. So that is something which you have to investigate. After that, as I showed you an example in the crypto scam case uh, uh, about reversing the application, you can reverse the mobile application. And I'll check with one of our speakers who is expert into reversing. If we can take a separate session on a mobile app reversing, or else we can take it into the next batch also. So you can reverse the mobile application and see what type of cloud services are being used for transferring data. The major example is of Pegasus here. So Pegasus was also, and its detailed report is mentioned on Amnesty International website investigation report. Pegasus is also a highly sophisticated malicious agent which was installed in your phone via iMessage, via some links, and then further operated for spying all the activities of call logs, SMS, contacts, WhatsApp, everything. So this is how basically you can start the investigation. Okay. I hope I've answered your question here. The next, yes. So banking type of crimes are also there. Okay. So when we say banking type of crimes are there, so you can I'll just share you one case study, and tomorrow we'll be continuing this session also, because I want to show you practical tools basically like FTK imager, like autopsy, and some other tools also which we use for investigation. How we use it, how we extract it, how we identify the deleted data, how we check the hash value, how is it admissible in front of court or not. So that are also the things which I want to explain to you. So today I'll sum up with a banking case study. So we investigated a bank where we got to know that there was a attack, and nearly more than 1 crore rupees were taken off from the bank. And in this scenario, what happened is uh, that 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 bank was a victim of the money was taken out from the general ledger, that is GL. And they were surprised that when they examined the logs, so every bank has a core banking system through which these operations are happening. And the users which were used to transfer this account, the user were not present on that day, and their user ID were used. So that is how Hello. Okay. So, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So from when I was on mute, I did not realize that part message now.
Sir, you
What was the
just
last?
told you will show the remaining content on autopsy and all tomorrow.
Yeah. So did you all heard about the banking investigation case?
Yes, sir. You
On
just started it.
okay, and then okay. Uh, I don't know how, but my God, on mute. Okay. So basically, what happened into the banking investigation cases? We found three vulnerable parameters. That was computer, their core banking application, and then their network completely. And then that was submitted to Computer Emergency Response Team India and the regulatory body, that is RBI. But in this scenario, again, this investigation was also carried out for nearly more than 20 days, and then all these reports were submitted, uh, and we were surprised to see also there were computers which were on at late night 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and all. And when we investigated, like there was a rats installed, that is remote access trojans basically installed into this type of systems, and they were not detectable also. So at times you feel that everything is detectable, antivirus just their job at every end, but that is not a complete case here. Mm. Okay, Deepak is asking a question, but if we bind payload in any APK, then how can we detect? Because I tried in Facebook APK and it worked like original Facebook. All things are working, and we trust Facebook. You can bind, but it even if you bind it and you uninstall, so there are binding different type of binding techniques are available. Even if you uninstall the original app, you can bind it to some other app and get it installed. And the original app can be uninstalled, but the binded thing can remain into the stealth mode. Okay, and if you are able to bind it to the original Facebook app, I will say congratulations. You should report it to Facebook. Facebook may give you some bounty also for it if it is in their scope. So that is something you can go ahead and do there. So application binding should not be allowed as a pure application practices. Okay, so that is something which I can tell you. Right. Okay. So now, if you have any questions where you can report any type of cyber crime or this type of crimes, if it is happening, you can basically contact to the nodal agencies. Uh, cybercrime.gov.in is for India for reporting this frauds like crypto frauds. Reportfraud.ftc.gov is the site where you can report a lot of frauds and which are related to crypto. They share the report to 3,000, more than 3,000 law enforcement agencies all around the world. Because at times things does not come under our jurisdiction, and then there is some thing when we lose the case. That is what we think of, but that should not be done. So hence we say that report it on report fraud.ftc.gov, and they may also help. So if there are any questions, I am open for questions now. Meanwhile, I'll be posting the feedback form and the attendance form because today there's no quiz, I think, for this session created. But no problem, I'll post the attendance form. No, no. Okay. Any questions? If there, you can ask.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
sir, proxy chaining method is but not 100% foolproof, right? Means if we could
Yeah.
get the address of the server, we can get that logs, and then we can get the IP, then we can get the logs. Means he just set up multiple servers to switch his IP address, right?
Yes, yes, that is the reason we were able to get into the systems, right? Into that job fraud case, we were able to find one IP where proxy chain method failed, and we got the original IP. So we can say there are methods which are not 100% foolproof, and that is the reason we can get the access of such thing. That is what I can say.
Understood, sir. Thank you,
And
sir.
also there are anti-forensic methods also. So in anti-forensic methods, attacker basically try to like make sure that this type of whatever the crime attacker is doing, the attacker basically tries that that the logs are not created, and if even if the logs are created, they are misleading logs. So that is what the attacker's intention is at times. Any other questions? How do law enforcement track criminals who uses VPNs and proxy chaining? So law enforcement also take out the IPDR, and they also do track the criminals using. They also have, we can say, NDAs, and it depends on country to country what type of law they have. It totally depends on that. And in case of proxy, usually they are not able to track at times, and at times they are able to track depending on what type of proxy provider or VPN service provider it is. If it is in, we can say, the jurisdiction, they can take the information. Okay. So some, okay, then the question is, how can we join CyberCell? Okay. So see, there is a program, you cannot directly go and join CyberCell. There's a program of cybercrime.gov.in. You can directly go. Okay, they can directly, you can go and fill the form for volunteering, and you can go and volunteer. Okay? Number one. And then if you want to join the cyber department, there is no such direct process for the same. You have to go through the general process of policing it and everything. Okay. But you can help them. So they have a lot of volunteer programs. Now Gurgaon Police has their own internship program. Kerala Police has their cyber dome thing. So that is also where you can go ahead and just give me a minute. I'm sharing the attendance form link today. You can see quiz link. Deepak, what is your question? You need to pass CID or IB. No, Deepak, I did not get. Is it your question, or are you like saying this is the case? You have to pass. You can unmute and you can say. Also, I wanted to give you information about something which we are conducting on this 26th of this month. So that is also, I'll give you information. So any of you are having any type of unique ideas about cybersecurity and digital forensics as a project, or a product, or any type of innovative ideas, we are keeping a presentation on 26th January. Yes, 26th January is our foundation day, and also the projects or ideas which are like scalable and our core team basically decides if they are workable, we can promote that to the CMAGP cell, which can give a funding up till rupees 20 lakhs and to enhance that specific project. So I'll be rolling out the form into our Telegram channel also with the related graphics. Okay. For now, I'm just posting the feedback form. Just give me a minute. I've posted the link. Let me post it on YouTube also.